Let's see if I can find the live on my iPad. Say hello when you come on. Yay. It popped right up. Hot dog. Didn't even have to search. So how is everyone today? I'm happy to be with you tonight after the last Monday night's fiasco of trying to get home. People, it's not that hard. It's really not that hard, but they seem to make it a little difficult. So we're here to do some water marbling tonight. If you don't know me, my name is Linda Anderson. I'm a water marbling artist and all-around crafter. And I have one new thing I'm going to try tonight, and then kind of a fun surprise. I've done something like this a couple years ago. Thank you, Pat. I appreciate that. Pardon me. If you don't mind sprinkling this out so I can grow my page, I always would like to have new eyes on what I do. And speaking of that, I suppose I should do that myself. Hi, Shelly. Yeah, I was still a little bit late. There were 2 accidents on the way home tonight. But they were farther up towards home, so they cleared out a little bit better. By the time I get to where my exit is, traffic has started to thin out. I'm way at the end of the commute, kind of. And so it gets a little easier, but I'm just like, it's not that hard, people. It's a freeway, so there's many lanes, and it goes fairly straight. Hi, Kathy. I'm happy to be here, too. I have to admit, though, it was kind of nice to kick back on a Monday night, but I just felt odd. And then I was getting ready. I was out of town this past weekend, and I had to go to a funeral, and but it was actually ended up to be and feel more like a family reunion after the services were over. So it was really a very nice weekend, much better than I anticipated it was going to be. But still sad, but it was very nice. So I'm home. I've been to work today like normal, and I survived Monday, my first Monday back. I was off Wednesday through Friday at work, and then obviously Monday, Tuesday. So it was nice to have a break. It was nice to get out of the valley for a change. And so here we are. So we're going to get started. I don't have anything exciting to show you today, anything new, but I did wash 2 of the Christmas ornaments from week before last, and so we're going to try those again. I'm trying to remember which colors they were. I know one was a pink one, and I think one was a teal one. Not sure, but we're going to go for it anyway. So let me turn the phone down. And remember, if I don't see your comment, they don't stay up on my iPad, so it's a little bit more difficult to catch them. Especially when my phone is down and I'm working. Let's see if I can get it tightened up. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right. So this is fresh water. I made it all fresh for last week, and then I didn't use it. So we have some nice fresh water to use tonight. Pardon me. Just going to get the surface cleared. It's very humid here today, so we'll see which colors do not want to behave. All right. There we go. So I'm going to do the ornaments first. So let's see, I need oh, I bet I forgot to make there's only a little bit in here. Forgot to make more white paint. Having Monday off last week did not, I didn't get my memory jiggled that I needed some new white paint. I get my base in. Yeah, you just never know. You never know which one's gonna just be rebellious and not work. And humidity always throws a kicker into it. So I was up in very rural Idaho this weekend. There was very little cell service. This is a little bitty town. Last year there was 125 people in town that lived there full time. This is a town that I lived in when I was very, very little, and we moved out of there when I was in the fourth grade, in between fourth and fifth, and then I moved to a big town that had 411 people in it. So it was, I think that's the first time I've been back since we moved away, and it was very, very fun. I could remember some things, but other things, they were so different than what I remembered. Everything looked smaller than what I remembered. The little church the services were in is just beautiful. The pews did lean towards the center of the building. I think there's a little bit of foundation issue, but it's so pretty. They have beautiful stained glass windows in it. It's very, very old. It looked exactly like I remembered it being. There's a tiny little choir area, and I remember being in the children's choir. I can't carry a tune in a bucket, but it didn't bother me at that age. When I was very little, we lived kind of all over the Northwest a little bit. We lived in even a smaller town named Clarkia, and then we lived over near Yakima, Washington, and then we moved back to Idaho, and I wasn't old enough to go to school in Yakima, so when we moved to Idaho, I just made the cutoff, and so I've lived in this state the majority of my life. When I started school, then I lived here until I was out briefly when I was 18 years old for a few years, but then I came back, and back when I was moved back here and turned 21, and then I was here until 1995. And then we went to Washington, and then California, and then back home. So the majority of my life I've lived in Idaho, and you're not going to get me out of Idaho now. I just say no thank you. I'm staying. This is my home state. I'd like to be up north more. And, but I'll take where I am versus anywhere else. I love my state. It's getting overcrowded though right now, and I don't appreciate that. All right, so there, I did all of this paint for one ornament. Oh, but we can do one other thing with it. So I'm pretty certain that the silver one was the one that had the pink on it. So we're going to do this one again. So there, can you see those little dots on there, right there? It's still kind of wanting to pull away on this one, and I'm not sure what it is on this particular one, because that's why I cleaned it off before. Hi, Kathy. Hey, Tammy. But I'm going to let it go. Can you see that right there on the neck? That'll be hidden, but can you see where it's pulling away right there? I just have no idea why it does it on some bulbs it does it a lot, and on others it doesn't do it at all. And I prepare them every time the exact same way. So it's just a mystery. Okay, so now since I have all of this, I prepped some pins. Now the pins this time took the epoxy really odd. So we're gonna see if it's gonna turn out or not. So we'll see how it works. It looks like it's wanting to pull away here. I may wash these and just epoxy them again. It's starting to pull away here as well. We'll see what happens. It looks like this one will be washed off though. And I don't know what happened to the epoxy. I prepped it exactly like I always do, like I've done all the other pans, but they all came out really odd. So that's a mystery. I don't know if I did some, if I missed a step. I'm just not sure. I don't think so. But since we had all of that extra paint, I thought I'd go ahead and try it. I'll try it on all of them, and if I need to, I could strip that epoxy off. Whoops, that didn't work. And try it again to start completely over, which is what I may have to do. Obviously, 1 week off and I can't even tear newsprint. You guys cannot hear the radio in the background, can you? We have the radio on. I don't think you can hear it because I can barely hear it actually being here in person. But if you can, let me know so I can close the door so I don't get in trouble. Thank you, Shelley. Just trying to not break the rules. Thank you, Kathy. I know some people play radio and they don't even get in trouble. I don't even have to play the radio. I can just talk and they'll tell me I'm breaking some copyright rule. I don't know how, but... All right. Okay, so let's do the next one. I may end up having to mix up a little more white paint. Before the end of the evening. So did anyone do anything fun over the weekend or last week? I tell you, when I go to my parents, I have to sleep on a futon, and it is the most uncomfortable thing ever. And let's see, I need the silver. I was so tired by the time I got home. It's about a 5-hour drive, and I obeyed the speed limits. I just set my mind that I wasn't going to rush. But I left early so I didn't have to deal with campers and all of that because I was leaving on a Friday morning. Why do I always lose one of my colors? Ooh, let's put this one with it. This isn't the same color I did before, but we're going to put this with it. So let's see what this silver does. Usually when I do metallic, I like to do it first, but I kind of forgot. Whoop. Look at that, I have to touch it. If I let it drip, it's going to sink. Concentrating here. I was up about 10 to 5 on Sunday to head home, and there's from where my parents live to the Highway 95, I can go up over this hill instead of going back towards the bigger town that they live in and get the 95 and then around. I can just go up over the hill and catch it up on the top. It's up near Grangeville. And so I was going up there, and I knew I had to watch out for animals because they're out at that time of day. And, you know, I've known that. I just drive like that all the time at the right time of day because I don't want to hit one. And so I came around a corner and was getting ready to go around a different one, and I saw one deer standing out in the field. And so I slowed way down, and then I saw 2 more getting ready to cross the road, so I just stopped. There was nobody else out there. It was just a little 2-lane road. And so I stopped and let them cross. It was so pretty, and the sun was just up, and it just made my trip. I loved it. Now, the only thing that would have made it better if they were elk instead of deer. I haven't seen an elk in the wild in quite a while. So I'm just letting the silver fizzle out. We're almost there. But it was a very nice drive. I think I only came upon 4 camper trailers and 1 horse trailer the whole way home. So I was pleased. And I was able to get a passing lane or a slow vehicle lane to get by him. But boy, I was tired when I got home. There we go. It's all... Okay, there's that one. Again, I don't know if this is going to match the other one. I still have the ones we did a couple weeks ago. They're all done. I just haven't brought them in and put the tops on them yet. They're still sitting outside in the garage. I have to walk by them all the time. But that's all right. I just need to bring them in and get them taken care of. Oh, thank you, Kathy. It's warm in here this afternoon. I know it was in the 90s when I was coming home from work. And it's, like I said, it's very humid. Hi, Diana. How are you? I'm going to get that silver back in here. I want to pick a spot where we have a lot of the color and the silver. I don't really care about the white. It's going on a white ornament. Thank you. Oh, wait, I was going to put some blue in here. Well, it's already moved. I don't think I will now. Change my mind. Okay, so I think we're going to go right over here. don't know if you can see the metallic, but I can see it on my end. And this one looks like it's still pulling away from the very top. Looked like there was some purple on there before. I don't think this was a purple one. That's going to bother me. There's that little spot. I don't know if you can even see it. I wonder if I had indigo blue on here before. Oh, no, look at this. This is getting washed off. Look at that. Can you see where it's pulling away? So that is absolutely getting washed and prepped again. I don't know why some of them do that. I literally prep them all the same way. I wonder if there's a little bit of differential in the actual makeup of the ornament itself. Okay, so now we're going to do this pin and see how it behaves. Now, see, it's pulling away right there. It's glass. It's a glass ornament. I do have some plastic ones, but I haven't gotten them out yet. I wanted to finish up these glass ones. But yeah, this will be washed off as well. So I really think I'm going to have to just clear these, strip the epoxy off those pins and start again. My tumblers that I did at the same time came out fine. I did a couple on Thursday. They don't have their second coat on them yet. But they managed to do just fine, so I know it's not a problem with the epoxy. And I let them set plenty long enough after they were painted, so that's not it. Well, I don't know. I must have done something wrong. Because all the other pens have done just fine. So I'm going to keep going with the pens. I have 2 more to try as I go along tonight. It was so fun to be home and be off work for 2 days. We did go see a movie on Wednesday afternoon. That's 2 movies for us in 1 year. Unheard of for us. We're not movie people. We're sports people. But these movies were both really good. All right, let's see what happens here. See if we can get it cleaned off enough. All right. I was baking some cookies because we had a potluck after the funeral service, and so I thought cookies would be an easy thing for me to take. And so I was making cookies, and I had my earbuds in, and they always fall out of my ears, which means it's a good thing I don't use them when I'm marbling, because I know one would go in the water. And one of them always falls out. And it fell into the oven and landed in the bottom of the oven. I had to look around and get my tongs and get them out. And I thought, oh, they're not going to work anymore. But they did. They worked. And there was just one little melted spot on there. But they worked just fine. a test. This is a tumbler that I used alcohol inks on. It's been sitting upstairs for a while, and I was wanting to strip it off, but it is really a pain in the rear end, so I haven't done it yet. I've used silver and red and black on this, and I just didn't get enough color on it. The silver overtook everything, and I don't like it at all. So I thought, I wonder what will happen if I marble over the top of this. So that's what we're going to find out tonight. What happens? So I've got to figure out what colors I want, because as you know, red and black are both difficult colors to work with. And I think there's enough silver. I'm going to use some white, definitely. And I think I'll try some of this. Oh no, that's not the right color. Let me see. Because I know these reds are going to look pink. So let me do a little bit of, it's more of a burgundy color. I don't know. Oh, good. I'm glad it arrived, Diana. I have another, I drew another name for another one, but I forgot to post it. I'm getting ready to go. I just totally spaced it out. Well, let's try this one. As I can always wash it off. So I'm going to put this one in first. We're going to try this kind of burgundy color. Haven't used this color in a while, apparently. Yeah, when I was up north, I lived in Lewiston, Idaho for many, many years. I went to college there. My grandparents lived there. My parents lived there. And so I spent quite a while driving around, looking at all the places. Oh, look at that's not even... That first drop sunk right away. Let me put a little bit of water in here. So that was fun. I went by my grandparents' house, old house, and I was hopeful that Grandma's peony was out in the front yard, and I was going to go ask the residents if I could take a clipping. I don't even know if you can start a peony from clippings, but I was going to ask and see if I could bring part of it home and see if I could get it to grow, but it wasn't there anymore. I was kind of bummed. And of course there was all kinds of construction on the street, but everything looks so different. I mean, it's been many, many years since, there we go, I lived there. Well, I can tell you this is not going to be the same color that's on there, so I may not like it anyway, but let's go with it. And then I want... I'm using two very difficult colors. I think I'll go ahead and add a little bit of white to this. So I was going to remember the teal tumbler that I did. I washed that off because that gray looked very peachy and I just did not like that. And I almost marbled over the top of it because you can over marble. And I've done it on cloth, I've done it on several things, but I thought, I wonder how it would look on a tumbler. And then I just decided I couldn't stand that peachy color on there, so I just washed it off. And that's when I looked at this tumbler I'm going to do next and went, I wonder if I can salvage this without stripping it down. All right, looks like everything is dispersed. We're going to see what happens. And if it looks bad, it's okay. I'll wash it off and we'll do it again. So here's the before. Let's see. If I turn that off, is that better? Oh yeah, that's better. So that's kind of what it looks like now. So here we go. It's kind of cool looking. I'll have to see how it looks when it dries. Because these big dark blobs here are the other red underneath. That's the alcohol ink underneath and the black. Interesting. All right. My hand got stuck in there. It's kind of sweaty and it didn't want to come out. Yeah, it's definitely different. I'm not 100% sure I like it. So now we'll try another pen. Yeah, see, look, it's going to pull away right there. I can just see it literally pulling away. So we'll see, I don't know. I have a feeling all these pens are getting washed. Yeah, I don't know if I like that tumbler. It looks kind of messy. It doesn't give you kind of like the over marbled feel. It just gives you the messy feel. So we'll see if I can fix it. I know I can wash it off. I wonder what would happen if I glittered over the top of it. Of course, red is hard to get out of the tank. Don't forget to sprinkle it out. I just may try to cover it all up with glitter and then marble on the top of that. You know, the one I did that was so pretty, that silver holographic, I was so worried that that tumbler was not going to glitter it wasn't gonna look good after I put the epoxy on, because it looked like the chunkier glitter grabbed that paint and I wasn't sure the shine was gonna show through, but it does. I was very happy when I was able to see the sparkle when it started turning. Okay, so now I know what colors I want for the next one. Okay. Can you guys hear my husband talking? He's talking to his mom, so he's talking kind of loud. If it's distracting, I'll close the door. I'm on a teal kick tonight. I do understand that. We need a little bit of black. Okay, thank you. He has to talk a little bit loud. Thank you. There's a place at where my daughter goes to college at the university that they have a creamery and they make the best ice cream, and they have a huckleberry ice cream. So when I got up there, she didn't get off work until 5:30, so I had a little bit of time to kill. And I suppose I should say a little bit of time to waste so I don't get in trouble. And so I drove over there. I thought, I'm going to get some huckleberry ice cream and sit and enjoy it. Well, apparently there was something going on campus, and the line was clear out the door. You have to pay for parking and then get in there and wait in a line, and it was, you know, nearly 100 degrees. And then after you wait in line, you have to, you know, then eat your ice cream. And I figured by the time I get all that done, I'll have spent like $30-some just on a dish of ice cream. So I just said, no thanks. And the parking is so limited that it's just amazing. So I just drove right on by. Didn't get my ice cream. Okay, so this is the teal one that I didn't like last time with the gray on it. So we're going to use teal and black this time. So I already know I do not like the way the black took on here. It looks like it's all, I call it fractured. It's not nice solid color. I don't know if you can see that. It looks a little bit gray, and it was pushed solid enough. So, and then look at this. I didn't even get it all the way up on that side. So we're gonna do third time's a charm with this one. So it looks like both of the tumblers that I've just done are getting, it looks really gray on my end. It's just a fractured black. So both of the tumblers are going to get redone. One of the ornaments and probably all of the pins. Yeah, see, this one's pulling away too. I just don't know what was up with that epoxy job. But I had to try it just in case. I just need to let the water go inside the cup. That's what I was trying not to do, because it's a little more cleanup for me to get the paint out of the cup. I have to let it dry and prep it again, and then I can dip it again. Once they're wet, any item, once it's wet, it will not accept more paint. Yeah, that red and black one, the first one looks pretty good. Well, and I just did it again. Look at my little sheet of paper here. I was just looking at that red and black one. I don't like the way the red did. The red on that tumbler did the, yeah, there is a lot of prep work, but that's okay. I would rather wash it off and do it again and have a project that I'm happy with. And I didn't know what to do with that red one anyway. So if I have to wash it and try again, try something else, I will. I think I do have a red glitter. And then I could just marble it in a black and white. That might be pretty, huh? Except I think the red over the, oh no. No, I was thinking if I used white glitter, then the red would look pink. But if I use red glitter, it might look good. Except the reds might clash. But if I use black and white, there we go. So yeah, that's where I was getting the pink. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm saying. I knew there was a white and a red somewhere that was going to look pink. All right. Okay, so now I have one other thing. Well, I have a couple other things, but the pins are all done. Dissatisfied with all of those. So, now, let me get these things out of the way. Looking for colors. Where, oh where, here it is. And I want a little bit of this and maybe just a touch of this one. Okay, so we're going to do fall-like colors. And I'm going to start with metallic gold. I love to do Dollar Tree used to carry some burlap leaves, and I love to marble those. I haven't seen them in the last couple years. I have to admit, I have not been over there to look for them recently, but they marble so pretty. I marbled some of those, and I did some of those yarn pumpkins on the Dollar Tree pumpkin frame, and I added the ribbon and some of those marbled leaves, and it looked so cool. I do say so myself. They looked really cool. Oh, the lights are flickering in here. If the power goes out, we should be able to continue, but it'll be dark. Oops, look it. Okay, this orange will not float today. Dang it. Let me see if I can put some in a cup and thin it just a little. And see if it'll float. Get just a little bit of water. Well, it still doesn't want to okay, let's try a little more. Isn't that funny? I have just a little bit in this cup. No, look at that. It says, nope, I'm not going to. So I'll just splatter some here and there and see what it'll do when when I actually put the item in there. All right, fine. Be that way then. So now we're going to use, hopefully, a little bit of this green, just a little bit. I just want touches of it. Okay, now I have a little bit of this kind of a goldish color. And now I'm going to put a little more of that orange on top. I don't know which one it was. And then I want just a touch of yellow in here too. Look at that push. Gosh darn it. Let's do some more orange. I don't want it to be primarily yellow. I want to look for one more color here. There it is. Hopefully I didn't just mess it up. Now remember, I started with that metallic gold. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but right over here, it's really, it wants to fracture. I don't know what it is. It might be the humidity tonight that's making everything want to be fractured. So this is what we're doing, just in the fall colors. It's a pumpkin, a bisque pumpkin. So we'll see if I don't just dunk it right in here. We'll see how it comes out. I don't want to touch it anywhere, but I'm going to have to do something because I need to set it down on its bottom. There's a little bit right around the top where the stem is. There's a little indentation, and not all of that. The angle I went in got it on one side, and the other is clear, just white bisque. So we'll see. I cannot wash this off. This will not wash off. So I might be able to take a paintbrush when I'm done and kind of swirl some paint through there so it doesn't look quite as naked. I think the last one I did had a handle on it. I was thinking, how did I do the other one? But it had a handle that I could grab. It does look pretty good, except for that one area, and I think I will just try my hand at doing a few little lines with the same paint. So I will leave these out so I can use them again. I know I didn't give you a very good look at it, but I couldn't really maneuver it very well, holding it like I had it. So today has not been a wildly successful marbling day. I guess that's what I get for taking a day off last week, huh? It was just by the time I would have gotten everything put together and then cleaned up, it would have been so late. Late, especially for those of you on the East Coast. All right. All right, so now we're gonna, whoops, knock everything over. Now it is butterfly time. And I'm gonna try to do it this direction, and you'll see why when I get done. So let me get a paper towel. You know, I cannot marble without a paper towel. I see a lot of gold sitting on the top of the water, but that's okay. It's not going to stick to the next project. And now I am going to, so I know this is all white. But I'm still going to put some swirls in it. Okay. So now I want the black. What color should our butterfly be today? What color should I use? Anybody have a preference? Let's see, let me think about this a minute. Purple and pink, those are good colors. Now see that white, push that circle smaller. So I'm trying to push that out a little bit. And a little teal, okay. All right, so let me get some purple. Now watch, if that gets too big because I'm using a pushy color, I'm going to get disgusted. Oh, that hardly pushed at all, that purple. Use a little bit bigger stylus here. Okay, now I'm going to use a little bit of black. Let me get a teal. And a pink. Now this is the one I'm really concerned about because you know how pushy teal is. Perfect. Now let's do a little bit of the black again. Okay, now some pink. Maybe if I dab just a touch more in there. All right, let me get the lids on these things before I knock them off. Because I know I'll end up with black all over the floor. Okay, now I need the white. And I can't comb this, I don't think, because I think the comb goes the other way. Where's my thing? I saw it while I was getting ready, and now I don't remember where I saw it. There it is. I don't think it fits this way. No, it does not. So we're going to have to go without it. Whoops, and there it goes off the back of the table. And now I'll get this smaller one. Now I need to get the black back out. Oh, please turn out. Please turn out. You know that, oh, please don't be ugly. Please don't be ugly. That thing on Instagram or somewhere like that. That's the way I feel right now. Okay, now we'll try his little antennae. Can't really see the pink very much, at least not on the water. So there it is. Let's bring these wings out just a little bit more. Okay, hold on. Oh wait, it's right here. Okay, and this is what we're putting it on tonight, a hat. All right, are you ready? How much it stretched out the wings when I dunked it. What do you think? It's not wild. I once had someone say that I need to do things that aren't wild with all the swirls and the colors. So this is one of my first non-wild pieces. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Thanks, Shelly. The pink showed up better than I thought it was going to. Okay, let me rinse it and then I'll come back. Oh, and you know what I just had an idea. Let's see, I don't have my board in here, I don't think. We'll use this. So there it is. I'm trying not to drop water in this tank. It's not perfect, but it's not terrible. I had to drain some of the water off. But now I'm excited to continue this project to see how it turns out. Let me get it in a baggie. I brought a baggie in. I actually remembered. Isn't that interesting? I didn't even stop to think how much that would grow when I put it in there. Whoops. Whew, I almost knocked the black off like I told you I might. I forgot to put it on after I did the cap on after I did the body. Well, I'm rather satisfied with that. It's not perfect, but that's okay, I think. So that's all I have for you tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, thank you, Diana. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Pat and Sharon. I appreciate it. So that's all I have tonight. We'll wash the ornament, the one ornament. All the pins are going to get redone, and the 2 tumblers are going to get redone. And then we'll try again next week and see what I can actually accomplish. So if you want another, if you're interested in, well, it's not done. This hat is not done. The butterfly hat is not done. But we'll try another butterfly. And if you want it on a hat, let me know what colors you would like to see. And we can do that one too. So I hope to have the this one finished by next week, but we'll see. I don't know how much time I'll have. So thank you, each and every one of you, for being on here tonight. I so appreciate you, all of you. And whether you are one that's here all the time or a brand new viewer, I appreciate you. If you see someone without a smile, give them one of yours. It's going to make you feel great and won't cost you anything, and it might just make their day. So take care, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye, everyone.